Boom, bam, bam. Welcome to the United Hour. I am President Chad, and in the house with me, we got the man Devin all the way up there in Miami. We've got Robert Wallace, we have got Zachary, and we got the man Mark Yenvy me. So, we have a lot to talk about today on the program. Let me blow myself up a little bit for this section here. Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about today on the program. We have to talk about all the rumors and the conversations around Ivan Toney and Jonathan David to Manchester United. Do you want to see those guys? Jesse Lingard looks like he's on his way to Nottingham Forest. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about this, De Jong or bust. What is up with that? I mean, is it that Ten Hag and United are not interested in our plan B? If we don't get De Jong, are we going to see Scott McTominay and Fred? Are we going to see Mark Fred for the first half of the season? We're going to be talking about that. But we have to start off the program talking about who else but Cristiano Ronaldo. Like Steve Kerr trying to lay up on Dikembe Mutombo. Boom! He got rejected again by somebody else, and this time is Atletico Madrid distancing themselves and saying, hey, we don't want to part of you, Mr. Ronaldo. So another rejection for Ronaldo. Let's bring the guys into the conversation. And I want to bring the guys into the conversation with this question. Manchester United has played 3 games, has scored 14 goals. Anybody on the panel missing Ronaldo?
Not at the moment.
If he so
long
long
as to say, but not really.
it's no, I really can't say so right now. The story that came out originally was that he had family issues, and so that was keeping him out of the side. But the more and more these
Yeah,
stories,
the
more and more these stories coming out about this stuff and whatnot, how clubs keep on rejecting him left and right, it's starting to make me wonder if there's something more to this story. And the fact that it's kind of like, all right, yes, you were one of the best. You were what you are one of the best of all time. But right now, your style of play does not fit the modern style of how teams want to play. And teams are starting to realize that. And it's like, okay, it's not worth it to pay all these outrageous wages to a man who's not going to fit our style. He'll get you goals, but it's more like it's an individual player, so that somebody wants to contribute with the team.
Zach, is it that Cristiano is not a modern striker? Or is it that teams are just not interested in the selfishness and the circus that is Cristiano Ronaldo at this stage of his career? What do you think?
I mean, I think, Ronaldo's natural position over the years was as a winger, bursting, getting past people, and now he's transitioned his career to become more of a number 9, an out-and-out striker, scoring goals. I think that the teams would have it difficult to deal with, his personality in the dressing room. And I mean, most teams already have somebody of a high stature, but not as high. So it would be a bit difficult to juggle different characters like that in the dressing room. And the modern game is a lot of it is more about pressing. And I mean, Ronaldo is not too big on that, but I mean, I think it is possible for Ten Hag to utilize him. But right now we're getting a chance to see, what Martial can do up front. And I know it's just preseason, and I know people are getting hyped for it, even though, I mean, it's great to see us actually doing something better, even if it's just preseason, just to see something like that is encouraging. But I think that Ronaldo would be able to fit in. I wouldn't say that he's, he's not right for today's game, but I think it's given other people a chance to show what they can do. And yeah, I mean, I think Ten Hag will be able to slot him in. Just has to figure out how.
Robert, I see you there, looking like you're finishing up homework, like you're late with that project. You know, I mean, how it is Steve could try lay up on Mutimbe on the Kimbe Mutumbo boy. You get the finger, no, here, get away with there. I mean, after all this rejection, boy, you think Ronaldo will come back to Manchester United humble, or you still expect Ronaldo to bust the team?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I expect him to stay.
Just
You know,
now,
because
one thing I need to add to that. We are hearing now that Mendes is saying that Ronaldo is willing to take a 30% pay cut. Right now, Cristiano Ronaldo is on 25 million a year at Manchester United. 30% pay cut from that would probably,
about 8 mil and change.
yeah, would probably be, a minus a late. So yeah, he's willing to take a pay cut to go somewhere else and get Champions League football. Go ahead, Robert.
yeah, I mean, I think he will stay because I think he, like Messi, I think their time has come and gone. You know, I think Messi got the best move, to PSG. We all know that he'll be at PSG. The most he'll win is the French league, and that's it. So I think Ronaldo just has to. I think Ronaldo's last big move was last year. I love him, but he should have made the dip to the blue side. Today for today, he wouldn't be in these problems. But my thing is, it for him to go anywhere else, even though we don't have Champions League football, for him to go to Madrid, to Atletico Madrid, is a step down from our club, even though we are not in the Champions League. But just in the stature of a club, they can't compare to us. So even if Ronaldo plays in the Europa League, he will have more status playing in the Europa League with us than playing Champions League with them.
I mean, I'll be
But-
honest with you.
So I actually think like one of the big motivating factors for Ronaldo is Messi is how many goals behind him in Champions League goals? 15, I think. So he wants he knows he only has like about maybe 2 or 3 seasons of Champions League football at best, and Messi's on a team that potentially could go far in the Champions League. And his goal record, I think he cares more about that than anything else right now. So that's why he's pushing so hard just to get to get a team that is playing Champions League football, because Lord knows he already has enough money. I think he's a billionaire already. So
But then-
Lord knows the money really don't mean much right now.
The
I mean,
problem
unlike
with
those who like to splurge, people just get tied
That
up.
Ronaldo, that whole Ronaldo situation, I feel it does come a time in every player career where the spotlight does have to be off for them, and it has to be a role player. They have to become a role player. I believe that time reached for Ronaldo right now. And as Zach was saying, play the supporting cast and let me see where Martial and Rashford and the Sanchos and all these other guys could do. Support them. And if you're a team-oriented player and not a selfish player, as people making you out to be, support what Ten Hag wants you to do. You understand? Play the role, whatever role it is.
Because the fact is that
Yeah,
at PSG, Messi is not the star man, and people could say, Messi was, but he is selfish. They all are. That is why they're great.
Interestingly enough, when Messi went, he was never the star man. He didn't reach, and okay, he had a lackluster season, so we focused more on the other people on the team. Messi came and he was, from day one, he was number 2. He was more up there than Neymar, but he was more than Mbappe. Mbappe was the man that PSG had decided to push. I want to ask one more question, and it's a very simple one. And Mark, want you to start me off. Where do we think Cristiano Ronaldo is going to end up? Because George Mendes is a miracle worker. He'll find some way, somehow, for somebody to take Cristiano Ronaldo. And nobody here is missing Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know of any United supporter that's missing Cristiano Ronaldo. So
Yeah.
Again, I'll say this: it is pre-season. Pre-season. Don't be Arsenal. Okay, don't be Arsenal. Guys, do not be Arsenal. Right? This is pre-season. The same child who loves Martial. Remember, this is Martial. Remember, this is Martial.
me,
Remember,
you
this
know,
is
I
Martial.
don't
This
love
is
Martial. I am
right.
far
All I'm
from that.
saying. Right. All I'm saying is let
Giving him a
the
chance.
man let the man wake up a morning a little depressed, and all of a sudden for 3 months he is dead. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
So,
saying.
so Mark, where you think Ronaldo going to end up? Good afternoon to Jeffrey and to Martin Phillip and to everybody watching the show. Remember to like if you're on YouTube. Remember to subscribe. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for the support. So yeah, where you think Ronaldo going to end up, bro?
Ronaldo going to end up right by wheel.
You
Right which
really
part,
believe
yeah.
that, boy?
That right which part Ronaldo going to end up. Go where you going to go? All right, if you saw one Champions League, why you don't go for free?
Go and
Why you
play
don't
for
tell
free
them
at
club and if
his
you're going for
boyhood
free?
club.
If you saw one Champions League, say, hey, all you don't have to pay me, I coming for free. I just want to play Champions League. That's not going
Never.
on.
Yeah,
Never.
but when you don't
And I,
want to.
and I was telling you before the show start, right now the RNCR7 is for rejected. Right with an R for Cristiano rejected
However, right? No.
7
You see, I don't like the disrespect, right? I don't like disrespect because
No, that,
all the
I
men,
like the player, but
all of the
come
men,
on.
all of the men. Last season was like Sue every time he scored. All of you, all of you
Yeah.
have a jersey.
Yeah, well,
all of you have a jersey. So,
football fans
so
are
I'm sorry.
fickle.
Yes.
When you
yes.
play the ass with the fans, that is what happens to
Don't
you.
be rude and
Don't
disrespectful.
play the ass with the fans.
So
Don't
don't.
disrespect the fans.
You say that, but do not forget though. Remember when Rooney was trying to get his contract and he was threatening him to move to City, and the fans were booing him. As
But
soon as he started putting goals in, he won the fans back.
he
over
could
again.
end up by Atletico, you know. Them could
So-
only play the rejected him and he end up there.
If he wants to make up for it, when he ends up back at United, which obviously I just said where I think he's ending up, when he comes back to United, if he comes in and starts scoring goals and actually plays with the team and not just for Ronaldo, I
The
think
fans
all
will
will
sing his name same way. Yeah.
I think he has limited options. I mean, if he went to Atletico Madrid, it's a team that really plays defensively, and he wants to score goals. You know, like he wants to play in an attacking team, and you know, Messi's in an attacking team in PSG. So I mean, I think the options would have been Bayern Munich, and possibly Chelsea. And I think if he went to Atletico, like that would be bad for him as well, being a former Real Madrid player. And I mean, if he went to Chelsea, it would be kind of bad as well. But Bayern Munich, I think that would have been like the best bet for Ronaldo, but it seems like they're not interested, which is strange because right now they don't have a proper striker.
I actually think that those two teams are exactly where he might end. I mean, there's with Mendes, with George Mendes or Jorge Mendes on the
Well, we
on
tell
it,
him Ajax and take Anthony.
anything
They
is
can't
possible,
afford that, man.
right? Anything is possible, but
I think Ajax has a policy where they don't pay their players over 100,000 a week.
We make a straight swap.
I think that's what they have. So
yeah, well, that is way more than 30% pay cut.
Yeah.
But Bayern
And we
Munich
take half of Ajax and send one player for half of Ajax.
Bayern Munich has lost Lewandowski. They haven't replaced him.
they kind of
And-
did,
With who?
Money.
Well, Lewandowski's a center forward, man. He never
Yeah,
plays
but,
center
but
forward.
I am sure that they're going to throw Money up there.
I mean, I
Okay.
think they could play Coman up there too. I mean, it's, you know,
Yeah,
I
but
think
those
that
guys are
Nagelsmann will find
false
a way.
nines. Those guys are not Lewandowski center forwards.
Not
So
40 goals, yeah.
that's what I mean. They haven't replaced him with a like for like, right? And Chelsea, Timo Werner is missing in
Shambles.
action and has been missing in action ever since he
Excuse
put
me.
on that blue shirt. And Lukaku is out the door, right? Temporarily. So I think even though those two are the first clubs to reject Ronaldo, it wouldn't surprise me as the window goes down, especially if those clubs start off the season and don't bang in the goals, that Cristiano Ronaldo ends up there. But let me just read a couple comments. Martin is agreeing with Mark. So he thinks that Cristiano is going to end up right back here. Siraj is saying that he doesn't expect us to do much this season. I don't know if that is directly related to Ronaldo or if that is just his overall feeling for the season. You know, the fact we have a new manager, new system, new things in place. And Jeffrey is saying he could go to another club. They could easily make it out the group stage. Well, that's true. I mean, anything could happen, and I think that's probably concerning Atleti. I mean, Atletico may not score plenty goals, but they'll score some. And I'm sure Cristiano Ronaldo will be involved. And I totally agree with Devin. Cristiano Ronaldo at this stage is all about legacy, is all about stats, and that's what he's all about. He's all about getting his. And Europa, George Mendes put out, I don't know if it's a tweet or whatever it was, saying, what is Champions League without Cristiano Ronaldo? Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't watch Champions League. He plays Champions League. So, all right, yeah, I'll bust out, find somebody to go and play Champions League with.
Yeah.
I mean, I think us as fans, should be grateful for what he has achieved with us. I mean, over this 4 seasons.
I appreciate the fact that I could go and get a Ronaldo jersey and I could retire it after 1 season, and I cool with that.
Yeah,
I don't know about everybody else, but it was cool. It was nice singing Ronaldo chants again. It was nice doing the Sue, and Robert saying it was nice. It was nice memories.
It was nice nostalgia, but trophies matter more.
Yeah, and
we have not experienced that in five seasons now.
Yeah, so we appreciated
the overhaul is needed, and if you don't want to play for the team, it does not matter who you are. No player is bigger than the club.
We just have to get an ideal replacement. That's the problem.
We appreciated the fling, but flings are flings. They're not meant to be permanent. They come down here and we ready to bust out. Yeah, you ready to bust out and we ready to bust out. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Mutual consent. So let's talk about what the main topic of the show is going to be. Let's talk about the men that we've been linked to in recent days, Ivan Toney and Jonathan David. Let me run through some stats. We're going to talk about Ivan Toney first because and most of us watch Premier League. We don't just watch Manchester United play football. So we would know more about Ivan Toney because we see Ivan Toney regularly. Ivan Toney made 35 league appearances, which is very good. I think he only missed like 3 games, and that's really good. In those 35 league appearances, he had 12 goals, 5 assists, and he had 10 big chances created. I, for one, watched a number of Brighton games where Ivan Toney would put it on a plate, and other players just miss. You know what I mean? Mbembe was very responsible for some of those misses. So, what do you all think about Ivan Toney? Anybody would be interested in bringing Ivan Toney?
As long as we could get a good price for him, yes, definitely. I could see that.
What is a good price considering he's English?
Somewhere around 25, 30 mil. I could see that being in price.
You're cracking jokes, Devin. 25, 30 for Premier League striker? No. Right up. No.
Like I said, like if you could find some sort of good deal that way, then all right, yeah, that's fine with me. Plus, it also keeps Martial on his toes
No,
because
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
no, let me finish.
Okay.
So the reason being is I know what people say when it comes to Martial. Martial is either he has to be the man or he has no adversity, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, he will drop off. I want to see him now with competition and under a proper manager like Ten Hag, and I want to see the two of them go at it. So for me, that's why I would say I kind of like this signing, and also the other thing is squad rotation because I mean, as much as we say Ronaldo is probably going to end up at United again, I'm still going with the mentality that he's gone, and you still need another backup there, not only for squad rotation but also to keep the competition in training, so that way iron sharpens iron, keep them on their toes.
I
All right, Robert, go ahead.
oh sorry.
Just sorry about that, Zach, but as Robert was trying to get to say something, I'm giving him his opportunity now.
Well, I mean, again, I come back to Martial and his very soft. He has a very soft mind.
Mhm.
He does. His mind is very soft. So we can't buy a striker. We can't, right? Because
Just now.
No.
Ivan Tony or Jonathan David are not going to be number 9s. These guys are going to come in and be auxiliary strikers. They're going to play garbage minutes. They're going to be rotational when we need to give Martial rest. They're going to probably come on if we need a rundown, a goal. Unless they outwork Martial or outperform Martial, they're not going to be the starting number 9. You think Martial would be affected by these little plebs? And I mean, no disrespect to Ivan Tony, because I like the player. No disrespect to Jonathan David, but these guys haven't done it at a big club yet, right?
Well,
So that's what I mean by plebs. But you think Martial would be intimidated? I mean, there's not Zlatan, there's not Ronaldo, There's Ivan Tony and Jonathan David.
No, again, I'm just going on what he has showed me before, and I've said before on the show, these guys need to prove to me, right, that they're worth it. I'm not giving these guys like any trust. These men have to earn my trust now, and so. But I mean, if it is that you're bringing in these guys, because if you watch the preseason games, our squad depth is really lacking. Because if you see the first team play and then the second team play, I mean, there's a humongous drop off. So I mean, like Devin said, I mean, if we can get this guy in for cheap, but I know it's English and I know he will I know he will cost, he would, but if he could cost us like a 20-25 mil, then, and he knows that he's coming here to be a backup, then I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Before I go to Zach and to Mark, let me read out Jonathan David's stats. So he started 37 games for Lille, which is in Ligue 1 in France, and he scored 15 goals, no assists. He played in 8 Champions League games, because for those of you who may not remember, I think the league won the league last season. So he was in Champions League and he started 8 games in the Champions League. He scored 3 goals, again, no assists. Before I go to Zach, these two players are clearly 2 different type of players. Ivan Tony, I know we're getting linked to him because if you look at the kind of football that Brentford plays, they press high, they work hard, the work rate is immense, and they share the ball, right? They play closer to Ten Hag than anything else. Jonathan, so Ivan Tony, even though he broke the record for goals in the championship the season before. In the championship, he came up to the Premier League and he became more of a distributor, right? He tried to get other people involved in the play. He tried to be a catalyst to help the team go forward, and his own personal goal output was low, right? But where he only had 12 goals, he had 5 assists, he had 10 big chances. Jonathan Davis is a number 9. Even best number 9s have assists. He has none. Whole season, no assists. Yeah, he score goals, not record-breaking goals, but he score goals. He's young, he's fast. Two things that I think would fit perfectly into this team. He's energetic, but he's not necessarily a link-up play kind of player, right? But that's what we're dealing with. But as I said, he's young, he's energetic, and I think we could work with any one of them. But what say you, Zach? Who would you like to see?
I actually have a lot to say. So Ivan Toney he's 26 years old, right? And he's a striker. He has link up play. He has played with Christian Eriksen this season, so that might be a good connection there to get him in, or a good connection on the pitch, chemistry wise. I've seen some goals that they've created together. I think he's a different type of striker, as you said, to Jonathan David. Jonathan David is quick. Jonathan David, out and out striker, scores goals, no assists, as you said. Over the years, United have had 4 strikers. You think of the time when we had Berbatov, Tevez, Rooney. I think we had Luis Saha at the same time as well.
Chicharito.
Yeah, Chicharito.
You always had decent.
You forget the best one. You forget the best one out of the lot.
To tell me.
Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, but Van Nistelrooy. You see, they had Van Nistelrooy and Solskjaer, all of these guys together. And I think, in my opinion, I say, why not, if we could get a good deal for both of them, go for both of them.
Now, the figure just now, sorry to cut you there, Zach. The figure we're hearing for Jonathan Davies would be like 45 million euros. And I personally suspect that 45 million is going to be the price we're going to play for either one.
Yeah.
Right? It don't matter. We're going to end up paying around 45 million if we go for Ivan Toney as well. Go ahead.
I mean, Ivan Toney, he has shown it in the Premier League. He's played in the Premier League already. And he's played attacking football, which, as you said, is similar to Ten Hag's style. Jonathan David has played in the Champions League. So, I mean, they both have their benefits. They both have their ways, their styles of playing. And I think both of them could benefit our team. Because, when you play in a certain team, you might want someone like Toney. When you play in another team, you might want somebody quick. When they have slow defenders around, somebody who can score the goals. And Canada made it into the World Cup. So it might be, a push for him to play for United and show what he can do in the Prem and prepare himself for the World Cup, I mean, he's going to get picked regardless, right? So, I mean, what you get in with David is you get in somebody who's younger, for the future. And with Toney, again, somebody for now, I think. And, competition in the squad is ideal, So you can see it with the left backs we have.
I mean, well, Toney right now is pretty much like at peak age right now for a striker.
Yeah.
He's only 26. So you figure that's at least 3-4 seasons of quality output from him.
Yeah, we just have to see if he can make the step up to, a big club like United.
And I think for me personally, that's the thing. I think we know exactly what we're going to get from Toney. I think with Jonathan David, there is probably a little more of a ceiling. He could probably still up his game and become more than what we've seen so far. I think what you see from Toney is what you get. Mark, you're a football man. You've seen both of these players. If you had to pick one for Manchester United and what you've seen with Ten Hag's system so far, which one would suit you?
I would I agree. First of all, I agree with what Zach saying. A different game, they might need a different type of striker. But for now, I feel I would have picked Toney. You understand? Seeing that the style of football Ten Hag want to play, Brentford has played that same kind of high up the park, pressing kind of football. So Toney might quicker understand that system what Ten Hag want to play than Jonathan. But as Zach said, it are games they might need a striker, Jonathan quality. And it are games they might need a striker like Tony. Then it are games they might need a different type of striker. So to me, I see I will go with Tony and it will really be healthy competition. They could push one another and improve one another at the same time too. So but I would go with Tony on the basis of the style of football Ten Hag want to play.
I would go for Tony and Anthony.
Well, that
Well,
too, but
we 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 we, I haven't heard anything solid, but
yeah,
we're hearing little rumors that Manchester United hasn't finished rated Ajax as yet, because the talk coming out of the Netherlands is that Ajax has already bought a replacement for Anthony. You know, so let's see how it goes.
Anthony play any game yet? Any preseason game for Ajax yet?
I don't think so.
So I think I ready in training. They'll leave him out of the squad and
So let's see how that goes.
yeah.
By both.
Darren Garner is saying buy both. I mean, if we weren't in for an Anthony or another winger, I would say yeah, because I don't see Palestri or Ahmad staying with this team. I think both of those guys are going to be getting some loans again. I can't see us buying two strikers. We should. We should have it, we should be deep in that position, but I just don't see that happening. So, gentlemen, let's talk about Manchester United midfield. Now, I'll be very honest with you. I am tired talking about and hearing about Frankie de Jong.
Again, boy.
I am really tired. So we're not going to focus too much on it, but we must talk a little bit about it. Andy Mitten, Tier 1, is saying that as far as Ten Hag concerned, De Jong or bus. If you don't get
They will
De
be
Jong,
seeing that.
he's not interested in getting a
He's
replacement.
not giving up on him.
Yeah, we're not interested in getting a De Jong replacement. If you don't get De Jong, I don't know if it means Ghana will get a sweat. I don't know. But the bottom line is, he either seems very confident that this is going to work in his favor. And the truth be told, I am sure he have De Jong on speed dial, and he and De Jong probably talk regularly. I mean, these are not people who are unfamiliar with each other, right? They're very close. So maybe he knows something we don't know, and that is not out in the media why he's so confident, right? We could only assume.
I feel if Ten Hag got to go, we Barca is in America.
Correct.
Right. I feel if Ten Hag could leave and go America and bring Frankie back with him, he'll do it.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But we need to also be realists. And even though I believe Frankie wants to leave, it is very possible that he and his agent might decide they want to take Barca to the cleaners, might want to take this situation to court of arbitration for sport, and the window might close, and he may not have left the club as yet. Right? Let's be real. It is possible. Are you all comfortable with this, Frankie or Bus? Because we are hearing that Manchester United is interested in Tielemans, but we're not interested in Tielemans as a De Jong replacement. We're interested in Tielemans as a CDM. Right?
So,
but as far as that deep line playmaker, he will probably use what we have if we don't get Frankie, whether that is Donny, whether that is Fred, whether that is Ghana, whether that is Savage, but in terms of a deep line playmaker, if we don't get Frankie, we're not looking to go for another player like that. What are your thoughts?
So, I mean, I said it before in a previous show that I do see Frankie becoming a United player by the end of this transfer window. However, with that being said, I don't blame Frankie one bit if he doesn't move until he gets the money that's owed to him, and especially if he keeps quiet, because I know if he puts in a transfer request, then he loses out on some of that money. I don't blame the man for that one bit. I am glad though that United did not just put all the eggs in that basket, did not go after anybody else in the meanwhile. that they still sign players besides Frankie, like compared to seasons past where it seemed like you go all in for somebody, not get him, and then panic at the last minute for another buy. With that being said, I would still just start going after another. You have to start looking for a second choice. Tell Ten Hag, hey, look, this is the situation right now. Barca's out here playing the fool. Frankie is ready to take him to the cleaners, as he rightfully should. Start looking for somebody else. Put the pressure on Barcelona. Because Lord knows Barca with their problems now, like how they're going to register all these new signings and whatnot. It's still beyond me. But with that being said, force them into making the move. Like call
because they need to get Frankie's wages off the books. They're going to have to pay Frankie once he doesn't agree to a pay cut in excess of 400,000 euros a week. Right, based on his deferred wages. So,
but like this toxic love right now with us and Frankie, this is what the Patrice Roberts song should have been about. For true.
If we had to pay Frankie that 400,000 a week,
no, we don't have to pay him that. They would have to pay him.
Not us.
If we had to pay Frankie that, better we did keep Progba.
Nah, we don't need them problems.
Yeah,
Progba.
We don't have booms.
Yeah, because if we had to pay that wage, because that's the same wages we break it from paying, we break it from paying here.
But yes, start looking for looking for Tielemans to start going after them aggressively.
If we don't get Frankie, we should go for somebody else. Just in case, we can't just settle for where we have presently right now. So you can never tell what can happen in our team.
Invest heavily in the youths. You wouldn't give a Savage and a Ghana and rally with Fred and Scott. Because if we bring in Tielemans.
Regardless of how good they're looking now, you have to have somebody else, right? Because the Terminator does malfunction.
I mean, I thought
the pasta press doesn't work out for him. You understand? We have to have somebody else, right? Suppose, Fred, the pasta, the Terminator, and Ghana malfunction the same time. We're going to be in predicament.
I'm going to say, boy,
Martinez and CDM.
You understand?
Savage and Martinez.
What will be our predicament if that happens? Because I've seen stranger things happening in football.
So nobody likes the idea of Frankie or Bus. Nobody. Everybody would like, if we don't get Frankie, you all would like to see us get another midfielder.
With that being said, it also cannot happen where we wait until the last day of the window to go ahead and approach another club about trying to sign somebody, because then we're going to get rinsed off that one signing as done in the past, which is why I'm saying start doing the talks now to get these other players in.
All right.
I thought we should have gone for Bissouma, honestly. I mean, in an ideal world, you'd get Frankie and
remember the next name you have in mind. Bissouma had an issue, a court matter with a sexual assault, and when that happened,
it got dismissed.
Look, even though it got cleared up, the minute that broke news, I knew Manchester United wasn't going to touch Bissouma with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Even if he was on our list, after what's going on with Greenwood, United was never going to be able to go in for Bissouma.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say that in an ideal world, you'll get Frankie de Jong and you'd get another midfielder and ship out one of McFred. That would be what I would do, but it's not gonna happen. So at least one midfielder and replacing. I don't know about Sangari.
Get two. I mean, you can get Neves
or Tielemans
and Tielemans the same money.
You read Tielemans.
You can get those two players with the same money.
All right.
And as people always say, you don't go after the bad thing. Go after the nice skills, right? The young is a bad thing. Leave bad things alone. You know what I mean? Leave bad girls alone.
And
Love
those
those
players
who
are
love
also
you.
proven.
Yeah, exactly. Love those who love you. The young don't love us, you know. You understand? He don't. So I'm just saying, you get Neves, you get Tillemans for the same money. They both of them together for the same money. And right there you bolster your midfield by two. You know? I to me that is like common sense.
I mean, there are no
All
other
right,
options really I could think of.
Mm.
a lot of people like Darren agreeing with Darren that Sangare is a player that a lot of people like for Manchester United, but from everything I have heard and everyone I have spoken to, Sangare is not a player that is on Manchester United's radar. We not interested in him, right? A lot of fans would like to see him in red, but we not interested in him. So I
I'm
don't
not
really
convinced.
expect that.
I'm not convinced by his quality actually.
I mean, let's see, Zach apparently is one of those that agrees with the club. Yeah. So as I said, we here in Tillemans. We've inquired about the price for Tillemans. I am not sure even if we get Tillemans, that would mean we wouldn't go after De Jong. I think Tillemans is viewed as somebody to assist in that midfield and not as a replacement for De Jong, but we'll see how that goes. I like Tillemans. I've always liked Tillemans. I'm impressed by his game. He has a wonderful shot on him. But really and truly, I really hope that we get De Jong. De Jong has a quality, a calmness, and an elegance in that midfield. I would love to see Frankie De Jong playing for Manchester United. So I hope it'll work out. But if it doesn't, I don't think Tillemans is that much of a step down.
So I have again, I go back to what we know. You go to a party, right? You're 51 degrees back in the day. It is 3:30 in the morning. You see a best look or so, a 9. But then you see a 6 right. No, you see a 5 right here. Who you going for? The 5. You know why? You'll get through.
Sure. After 3 o'clock in the morning,
blank you. No,
3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes you will go and you'll risk it all, for that wicked Islam.
What?
For that bad flex.
You're going home by yourself. You're going home by yourself. With the 5, you're guaranteed you get a number, you'll get a wine. You understand?
And sometimes you'll risk it all, and then
No.
3 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna do 3 o'clock in the
That's
morning.
tough,
I
bro.
mean, at this stage, you're salting all night. I mean, come on.
It's tough, 3 in the morning, they say. That's tough.
But let me read it. I mean, we've all been there. You had to weigh options, I show flex for risk. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But before we wade into troublesome waters, we have men on the panel who engage to be married and things. Let's move along. Let's move along. we don't want to be wading into treacherous waters talking about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So
be careful, because there's certain followers on here who will get upset when they hear that news. There's certain people who comment on here will get upset hearing that news.
so let's move along.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Let's talk about Jesse Lingard moving to Nottingham Forest. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, boy.
So
Yeah, contract he signed.
if the wages that I heard are true,
Anyhow, he's 29 too.
I cannot believe that he got those wages. If it's true, the numbers that I heard,
What
200, right?
You hearing?
I heard 200 a week.
I hope it work out with him.
Nottingham Forest serious about staying up in the Premier League, boy. They're paying
Either that, or pulling the QPR and going bankrupt as soon as they get relegated. One of the two.
He going to the Forest. I hope that work out for him. I hope with this year contract he get, he do well so they could extend it. Because if he didn't do well at the end of the season, in the same boat again.
Sam and the other suitors wouldn't be interested anymore.
Yeah, in the same boat. But I really hope it work out for him because he getting down in age. he getting down in the kind of age where that the kind of contract you'll be getting. Them year contract and a 1 year extension and a 6 month extension. And if the foreman come to work this morning and he fed up he bust your throat and send you home half day. That the kind of age he coming down to. So I hope this year contract he signed, he do well and it work out the way he could extend for next year or something like that. So after all the bad decisions he make, I hope it go right for him. And all the chain up he take too.
My only challenge with Jesse is, for those who don't remember, Andreas Pereira has already been bought by Nottingham Forest.
Fulham.
So sorry, by Fulham.
Fulham, yeah.
All right, but Nottingham Forest, I can't remember the name, but Nottingham Forest has purchased a couple other players as well. They are clearly coming in trying to stay up. And I mean, we have a lot of history with Nottingham Forest. As far as I'm concerned, we have more history with Nottingham Forest than Manchester City and Liverpool and Chelsea, right? As Manchester United, we have more history with Leeds and Nottingham Forest than some of these other guys. But I hope they stay up. I hope Jesse Banks, I don't know what his price is on fantasy. I hope it's cheap. You know, that I could probably add him as a rotation player to my team. But I mean, we all wish the best for Jesse. Once he does score against United, is all good.
That the only game, them 2 games, the home and away. Them the only 2 games that he allowed to get injured. Get sick or some kind of thing.
I hear that.
Pull a Neymar, get injured around somebody's birthday or something.
Yeah.
You know. Go and do a TikTok video and
some kind of thing.
ankle or some kind of thing, you know what I mean? Don't come
to
Old
TikTok
Trafford.
Bring out a team, he's the skipper.
Don't come.
But make sure you unleash him on the Emirates so he can moonwalk across that pitch again.
Yeah, don't bounce your head and come to Old Trafford and wanna
yeah, don't do that. Because the Terminator will take you out.
Yeah. I mean, people can say what they want about Scott McTominay. You know, Scott McTominay is a player Manchester United needs.
Exactly.
We need that player. He mightn't start, but we need a player that we could send on and say,
yeah.
See that guy there? Go and deal with that.
And it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because you just answered your own question that you have listed on the bottom there for that reason.
McTominay come like the enforcer.
No. Read the question on the bottom there. And then you tell me if Chad did not just answer his own question there.
So let's get into a new segment we have called On the Record, where we put these guys on the record. Everybody gets to answer the question.
Real record.
And, you know, we're going to be bringing it back up later as the season prolongs. We're going to be letting people know, hey, this is what you said at this point. You know, how you feel now. And the question today is, will Martinez, the newest Manchester United addition, would he be a regular starter at the beginning of the season? Note, I didn't say the question is not at the end of the season. The question is not in December, right? The season starts in the middle of August. So let's say September. By the middle of September, is Martinez going to displace either Harry Maguire or Rafael Varane? Is he going to be a regular starter in Manchester United's defense?
Yes.
At the beginning of the season?
Yes.
Well, we go in Mark. Mark started off.
Yes. I don't know which one he will replace him, but he will be a starter. And if Varane keep getting injured, that might be the man he replaces. You understand? But he will be, because I don't believe Ten Hag bring him there to sit on no bench. You understand?
Especially for £45 million.
Exactly. And I'm not buying a man who played for me last season and I know he could do, but he come by me here and make a easy money and eat up.
I want somebody to pull up Jeffrey's comment right now because he just answered exactly what I was going to say.
He will be a regular starter.
That is exactly what I was going to say. So Jeffrey is thinking exactly as I
For the
was
record.
thinking.
Well, everybody, like,
Those are
Robert,
the best.
what say you? We have a yes from Mark. We have a yes from people in the comments. We have a yes from Devin. What say you, Robert?
I would say yes because again, Ten Hag didn't bring him here to be on the bench. He brought him here to start.
Boy, I feel always just Harry haters.
No,
I
no, no,
feel
no, no,
always
no.
just hating on Harry.
Harry is going to play. And then no. Harry will play. Harry will play next to Martinez, right? And then Harry will prove me right as per usual. He will fall on his head, right? As per usual, and will prove me right.
Well,
And
if
then
that
it
is
will
the
be,
case, he
and then
won't be playing very long.
look, and then it will be Varane and Martinez, or Lindelof and Martinez.
Mark my words right now. I have a feeling Martinez will be starting in one of those defensive midfielder spots if we don't get De Jong. And you could put that on the record.
Yeah, well, we clipping it, or no? We clipping it.
So this is my moment in the show where I say take this back, and we could find out in about a month time if I am right or wrong. But he will be in that starting 11 one way or another.
Go ahead, Zach.
I mean, I think everybody gets a clean slate for this new season. So I mean, I know you think Harry is gonna prove you right, Robert.
He will.
But don't forget that the season before, the man was in the team of the season, and I think that maybe the armband kind of put a lot of pressure on him, and the fact that he got so much
That
stick
I the only thing saving Harry.
on social media and everything. I think he has a chance to turn it around, but if he doesn't, I agree with you. I think Martinez is the one to step in there, and if not, he will play in defensive midfielder. I mean, it's not his ideal position, of course, but he would provide good cover to the back four, I think, which is something we've been lacking without a proper defensive midfielder for so long. Have we ever had a proper CDM?
Yeah.
Since the departure of
It's Matic.
Well, yeah,
Matic.
Matic was one.
Yeah, true.
But before Matic,
Kino.
who?
But he wasn't really labeled as a CDM. I mean, he was more like
Matic. That was what Matic was. That's
not
Chelsea.
Matic. I mean, Keane.
No.
Noel Keane.
He was everything
Keane
in the
Curry.
middle.
That was the name I was going to call, because Carrick is more in the mold of De Jong than anything else. Carrick was that deep line playmaker. He wasn't a hard tackler. Carrick was excellent at reading the game, but Carrick wasn't what you would call a proper CDM. So we haven't really had, outside of Matic, we haven't had a proper CDM.
How would you rate Fletcher?
Fletcher is more like Scott for me. I'm not saying he is like Scott's playing style, but he is more of a box-to-box utility player. You put him on to do that, he could do it. But that is not to say, well, that's his role then. For me, that's why I rate Fletcher. That kind of box-to-box utility midfielder.
I feel like we've been lacking that aggressiveness, since under Herrera.
Whoa! We should have this man on the program today.
You know what I mean?
Making a big prediction here, boy. Maguire and Martinez is in your one video.
Wow.
Nah.
On the record,
No. Wait.
On the record with you.
This have to go like thumbnail, right? For the rest of the year. Right? For the rest of the year.
Come down from there, big guy.
Yeah. No. That reckless.
For sure.
No.
You know how people sometimes just say real controversial stuff just to get people talking.
Yeah.
That's one of those moments right there.
No, don't get me wrong, Darren. If that happens,
It's too early in the year to do that. Don't do that.
We are not Arsenal.
We don't have that kind of faith or that kind of.
We are not Arsenal. We are not Arsenal, guys. Stop it. We're not Arsenal fans. Stop it.
Please.
Okay, before we transition into the final segment of the show, the top shutter and boo-boo of the week, you know talk about the fan club's massive sale going on right now. You have
Nah,
items 50% off, 25% off, 20% off. Watch me. There is nothing inside fan club right now that is not on sale. You got jackets, you got jerseys, you got cups, you got everything going on there, memorabilia and posters on sale, everything that you want to make sure that your background look like Devin or your background look like mine or your background look like Robert. They don't sell curtains. So if you want a background looking like Zach, you can't get out there. But anything else? Manchester United memorabilia, sports memorabilia, check out the fan club massive sale. It started last week Friday. It's for 2 weeks. So you have until the end of the month. Don't miss it. Who wants to go first?
I got it. I got it for this week. I got it for this week.
I need to mention this. Liverpool finally demolished our side in preseason. Not that they didn't beat Crystal Palace, but 2-0 against a weakened Crystal Palace. We cannot call that a demolition. And the man, Darwin
Nunez, scored a hat-trick.
Four.
Right?
Against who?
Last
Leipzig.
night.
Against who?
Leipzig.
Liverpool fans up and uproar now. The boys score a hat-trick.
Again, calm down. It's only
I don't even
preseason.
care.
No. I ain't again giddy, I am just, we have to inform the public. This is not necessarily related to Top Shot or Boo. It's just a couple things I wanted to touch on before we end the program. City played last night. Kevin De Bruyne scored 2 beautiful goals. The first one in particular. They beat the top side from Mexico, the Mexican league, 2-1. Did they look great? No, but it's preseason.
The only thing about that is like Jack Grealish had a death wish.
Well, Jack Grealish did Jack Grealish things, Beats men, get fouled.
He's now.
The Mexican and then when I eat him.
Now never step foot in Mexico ever. Like just not gonna happen.
But no Haaland though. For whatever reason, Haaland didn't feature in the game. I'm not sure why.
Not fully
but
fit.
we had to wait patiently to see what Haaland is going to do in Manchester Blue. So yeah, Top Shutter and Boo Boo. Who wanna go first? Go ahead, Zach.
You sure, Devin? You wanted to go?
So we can start with Boo Boo Man first.
Darren?
Everton.
Mine is Everton too.
Like I said, I had a very strong feeling that you were gonna do that. So I was like, let me get this out the way now. And then there is a tie for an Everton player as well too, Dele Alli. So not sure if anybody watched the Everton Minnesota United game at all.
Yeah. I saw highlights. Yeah.
Everton in the preseason game lost 4-0 to MLS side.
Minnesota United. Dele Alli had one of the worst misses ever. So yeah, you could. I know. Robert could say relax. It's preseason, but there is absolutely no excuse for losing 4-0 like they did.
Watch me. Pre-season, in season, out of season. It have no way a Premier League.
You can't lose to the MLS side from that.
Going and losing. And not 1-0, no.
4-1,
no. 4-0. Come now, man.
4-0.
I tell men already. People inside here would know I have said this. Everton is going to be fighting relegation. Frank is going to be out of a job. Man, everybody I have said that to tells me, oh no, Frank good, Everton could be safe. All right, time will tell. But they ain't starting good, they ain't start good. But go ahead.
It's not good as well, especially considering they have a new stadium that they're building as well too.
Everton making Eric Allison
they're about a stadium in the championship, but the way that they're looking right now. As for my top shot, I have to give it to the man Eric Ten Hag. For the way I know again, it's preseason, with the way how he has a squad looking right now, people running, getting the best out of Martial, which I know nobody here was going to say that beginning of preseason. Everybody was waiting for him to go. He's making these players look better across the whole right now. And to me, this has been a very successful preseason. And the big change that we saw is just Ten Hag coming in mainly. So for that, I have to I call that.
Peter Lewis. Peter Lewis.
So I have to give top shot of this week to Eric Ten.
I don't think of a different one now because I had the same exact two.
No, you don't. Oh, okay, you had the same exact.
You can piggyback on it, man.
You know how much that's happened to me on this show? Is that like all the times I have my idea already?
That's
That's
why
right.
they go first.
We'll give Zach a little time since you don't want to repeat because you could repeat. I mean, you're coming to the show with your top shot and boo. So we'll give Zach a little time.
Give Zach some time to think.
Robert, Mark, who wanna go next?
Well, the top shutter of the week, I'll have to go with Ten Hag for the work he doing so far. With the team, you've seen a difference. And once the players keep buying into what is he trying to do and what is he trying to teach, I feel everything will be a little different this season. But boo-boo for the week, my boy CR7 boy. Christy, stop subjecting yourself to these kind of rejections. You understand? He's too big of a player to be doing what is he doing now. So I feel this week, how much club, the only club I never, Police FC reject you, flicking Defense Force reject you, W Connection reject you. Come on. Stop it, settle down and get on board. But for now, we have to take the big boo-boo of the week from me.
A man say Wassa is the boo-boo of the week, boy. Kind of portos Wassa does be living in this country. Wassa is a boo-boo every day, yes. Is the boo-boo of the year. A man say CR means club rejection. CR means
Club rejection,
so disrespectful.
Shoot.
I find men real disrespectful now, man. No, you can't.
Robert, you know what we say in the States for that? Like when they start playing well, it'd be like, wait, dig up the comments. You say, oh no, keep that same energy you had back then. That same energy there. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
They did have a question mark at the end of it. The man was asking. He wasn't saying Robert. He was asking. Okay.
All right, I got mine.
Yeah.
Who going next now?
I got it.
Go ahead.
I'm ready. So I'll start off with the boo-boo. It's actually both of them are Barcelona related. The boo-boo is Rafinha saying that they're better than Real Madrid after Real Madrid just won the Champions League.
I actually leave that one for you.
He's just joined the club, and I mean they trounced into Miami 6-0. But still, that's not something that you need to say out loud. You know, try and be more reserved. That's how players should be and managers to the media. And my top shot, I guess, would be Barcelona signing these great players in Lewandowski and Rafinha, and I mean I'm not a big fan of.
You never see a club that do have money sign all them players, eh?
But I know how them doing that, boy.
Tell that to Nagelsmann. He said exactly those sentiments.
Exactly. So I would
Like
say
that, you think do have money and sign everybody?
no, but they
Robert
have to,
Wallace.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't done, but all right.
Sorry, no, I ain't finished. We're not going to Robert for boo-boo as
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
I don't know what you're going to do it. I don't know how you're going to do it. But you see this sentiment shared by Jamal here. You're trying to, nobody don't want to go to buy. I need to see a post with that on Twitter. That's all I had to say to you. Nobody wants a goat to buy. Tell me if that don't inspire your creative juices, Robert. Nothing else.
I'm not doing it. My name is rude and disrespectful. Nah. Man,
I love
nasty,
it.
right?
Nobody don't want to go to buy. Go ahead, Hamza.
Well, it also ain't good when that goat is not fit for curry either right now. So
You understand? Kakari not good
Man,
at all.
it's hard, it's stiff. Oh,
You had to pressure cook that goat.
for days. For days.
I just think that I mean Barcelona have so many options up front. It's gonna be tricky to see what Xavi does to implement all those players. But yeah, to get in a guy like Lewandowski, I mean they have to try and challenge Real Madrid. So I think that would be my top shotter, especially with no money. It's a mystery.
if that happens on the bottom there, I think that'll be grounds for a statue outside Old Trafford.
A
I
statue
read-
for who, boy?
Ten Hag.
I read what a man say.
A Ten Hag statue after one season, but two
No.
seasons.
I talking Ronaldo.
I read which part a man say Rafinha had to study if he getting pain.
I don't understand you. They're talking about you better than Real Madrid,
Yeah.
and you ain't sure you're getting a salary at the end of the month.
A man say he had to study if he getting paid.
Behave yourself, yes.
I think
Yeah,
Ronaldo
yeah.
will go next year. Next year he will be.
Yeah. So, Robert,
My top shotter, I was going to say Barcelona, for going to the grocery in these hard times with how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, with five carts, right? 5 carts and walk out paying no money. That is awesome. These fellas are awesome. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how can you
How they doing it?
store, right, with no money and walk out with 5 grocery carts full of meat and juice and alcohol. I mean, I don't know how to do it. I mean, but these men are
let's
awesome.
find out what our credit card company is. All these levers, Barcelona pulling and money just falling out.
Yeah, and my boo boo is one is Darren Garner for trying to compare Harry Maguire to Vidic, right? Man, I'm reckless. You understand? I do understand you, man. So, but also, my boo boo will go to Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard, like Pogba, you stay here. You want your money. Oh, you're so great. You're doing your little videos on TikTok, and all you could do is end up at Forest. That is all you could do. End up in Forest. That is
Well,
your
it could have been
great
MLS.
legacy.
But
Yeah.
It could have been.
he still got paid a good amount of money though. So
It doesn't matter how nice your car is. Your wife is still a fat thing and she ugly. It don't matter in life. You're still playing for Forest. You're playing for Forest. It don't matter.
I'm not saying a word. I'm not getting twisted at
But
all.
the truth,
no, so you
Guys,
although it is
guys.
Forest though,
Guys,
although it's Forest, I
Oh,
can't
You go
when
for- no,
Forest plays
you go
City
from-
and says,
from-
"Where's your European Cups?"
No, you go for
I
Manchester,
can't
right?
wait for that.
You go for Manchester. You go to West Ham. You get in the squad. You come back to here, and you end up in Forest. In Forest, I don't
Get
care how
lost
much
in
money
the
you
forest.
have. No, I don't care how much money you have, partner. Your wife boss you horrible, you dead. You have nothing more to contribute to life ever again. As far as I'm concerned, take Jesse and his TikTok and his Instagram, just delete it. He is done.
Let's say they do like Bale and go in the MLS, yes?
That's all.
Well, at one point, it was close.
Mhm.
At one point, we heard he
No.
was trying to go to
You
to
see,
get there.
Jesse was the guy who in the club, right? With the big gold chain and on the shirt and feel hot now. But then you realize it's 4 a.m., lights on, and you realize, oh crap, I ain't gonna no dance, I ain't gonna no flex. Oh gosh.
Club ready to close, and you still dry.
Yeah. And you end up going home
My
with the cleaner.
My top shot of the week is the English women's national team. I am not a big fan of women football. I usually would only watch
Well,
big
you matter. You
competitions.
see them shorter.
I would usually
And no, give him a card.
We just lost all our right there. All
give him a card.
I
Crazy.
would usually
give him a
only
card.
watch
Give him a card.
I
big
being real.
No. Give him a card. Give him a card. Give him a card.
Most men don't watch women football for that. I being real. I just say.
Chad,
but
give him
the
a card.
skill level is
I taking that red card.
You can't give me one for a little nudge now. I nudge a man. No.
the skill level that I've seen on show at the female Euros is really top notch. And England coming back from 1-0 to win that game and
To win 2-1.
Yeah, to win 2-1. To book a spot, I believe, in the semi-finals. That was good. That was good. So
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
I'm genuinely impressed by what I'm seeing. Where the women's football is concerned. So I have to big up not just England but women football
On the whole.
right now. Is the threshold, the skill level is really good, is impressive. I love basketball. I love basketball, but it's very difficult for me to sit down and watch NCAA game unless it's a team that I have an interest in, because of the same thing. The levels is just not on NBA levels. But when you see two good teams play and you're impressed, and it's the same thing with women's football right now. Women's football is starting to look in the part. And my boo-boo of the week, until the end of the window, my boo-boo is always going to be Barcelona. Because you're bringing in players, you can't register anybody. You're activating levers after levers and printing money somehow. Right? Barcelona seemed to be a government unto itself. I didn't know where they got Euros pressed from. Right? And you're doing all of that and you're not paying De Jong his money. You're not paying Shakira, soon to be ex's money. People asking for the money and they ain't getting it. Right? You ain't even writing bad checks. You ain't writing no checks at all to the people you owe. Right? And you're buying players like if you're shopping at courts. Right? Everything on installments. I don't know Barcelona will be until the end of the window or until they activate a lever and pay men the money. Barcelona is going to be my boo-boo for until the window ends. But my third chapter is ladies football. Ladies, you are looking good. You all impressing. And I must say I'm going to continue watching.
I don't blame you.
Not for Mark's reason.
Oh my goodness, gentlemen. Gentlemen, it was always a pleasure sharing this Thursday afternoon with you all. Wonderful program. Anybody has anything to say before we head out?
Who's waking up Saturday morning for the match?
Yes, Manchester United is playing Aston Villa at 5:45. I will be up for that game.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. 5:45.
Why did those shows on TV, boy? Want to flow?
No, it's gonna be on the United app, I think.
On the app.
Oh.
Correct.
So you could watch it on your phone, or if you could cast your phone onto your TV, you could fix up. My TV not all that new technology, so I'll be watching it on my phone.
Yeah. Before we go, I just want to big up my little nephew, Jovan. Today's birthday, 14 today.
Nice,
Tell me when I be watching this show, but I know he lie. But you go back and watch it. Big up yourself, Jovan.
Happy birthday, Jovan. Happy birthday. All right, guys, remember Red Devils? What's that, Devin?
I said, blessed birthday, Jovan.
Yeah, man. Remember Red Devils, we don't die, we multiply. Till Saturday, we're going to be doing the breakdown to talk about everything. So if you don't get up in time to see the game, don't worry. Just tune into the United Hour on Saturday and we'll tell you everything that happened. Enjoy the rest of the night. Good night, everybody.